Frank Sinatra gave which of his co-stars the nickname Mumbles? Which of these towns is furthest west? Which of these words is an adjective meaning clear and transparent? Which of these singers has not duetted with Kylie Minogue on a top 5? Which of these athletes won 3 medals at the 1960s? In which of these Shakespeare plays does the title character What type of storm gives the painting La Nevada by Goya its English title? Which of these is a famous junction in central London? Which American invented photographic roll film? On the HB scale, which of these pencils has? Which of these songs was a UK hit first? Which of these World War II conferences was held first? Which of these sportsmen would be most likely? Which of these is a hot wind that blows across parts of India and Pakistan? Where was Lyndon B. Johnson when he was sworn in as U.S. President? The film Cruel Intentions is a modern U.S. adaptation of which French novel? Which of these ABBA singles was released first? Which of these is a village in the Yorkshire Dales? Galacha is the French word for what? Which of these puppet characters speaks with a normal? The first and second class postal system. In which of these languages does the word for yes have the most? In the Bible, the book of Genesis starts with which phrase? Piers Morgan and Joan Rivers have won U.S. celebrity vote. On an Indian restaurant menu, what's the chief ingredient of pilau? Which animal features on the flag of the American state? King Edward VII's father-in-law was king of what country? Nikki Haslam is a famous name in what field? Which of these is the name of the most decorated U.S. winter? What entered the 2015 Guinness World Records as the most pirated TV show? The second volume of which novel is known as? Ron Grainer composed the original theme music for which TV series? Which of these Australian animals is... Lord Louis Mountbatten was the last person to hold which office? In 1990, which England cricketer set the single Test match run record of 456? Which Ernest Hemingway novel was set in the Spanish Civil War? Room on the Third Floor was the debut album of which band? Which feature of the North Sea is named after a type of Dutch fishing boat? Michael Billington and Charles Spencer are leading critics in which field? The crawl process is predominantly used to produce which of these elements? Anya Hindmarch is a famous name in what industry? Dandy Nichols played the long-suffering wife of which TV character? Which of these is a West Indian plant with white flowers and Which of these poets was born with a club foot? Which Little Britain character had the catchphrase "I want that one"? Penguins are not native to which of these continents? In what game must you remove sticks without dislodging marble? Which of these British painters was born the furthest north? Which of these liqueurs is made by flavoring whiskey with honey and herbs? The term isochromatic refers to one what? The 42 BC Battle of Philippi appears in what Shakespeare play? Horsemeat is an old name for what? What is the English translation of the Latin term placebo? How old was Louis Braille when he finalized his writing system for the blind? Cape Cod in Massachusetts is home to which U.S. political dynasty? In Greek myth, who offered to marry anyone who could outrun her? The name of which metal is contained in the name of 4 other elements? The word douche is used for shower in which of these languages? Wilhelm Maybach and his son Karl were famous names in what field? What was the occupation of Sue Tilley when she sat for a Lucian Freud painting? Which Scotsman was world snooker champion 5 years running in the Which of these comic book superheroes was created by Gil Kane and John Broome? Which of these Monopoly properties is not traditionally a shade of blue? The adjective Dickensian is associated with Scotland's first what was built on the Isle of May off the fire. According to a famous Sun headline, what did Freddie Starr eat? The Far Side of Paradise was the first biography of which of these sizes of wine bottle is the largest? What drink would be served if you ordered a panache? Which of these monkeys lives further north than any? Which of these actors was born in Australia? In 1356 the Battle of Poitiers took place. Trichophobia is the fear of what? Which of these is a nickname for a hangman's noose? Mylene Klass made her West End debut in what musical? In 2012 a newly discovered spider was named after which British broadcaster? What is added to vodka and lime juice to make a Moscow Mule cocktail? Miss Carter's War is a 2014 novel by which actress? Which explorer has the most square miles of the Earth named after him? If you were prognathous, what part of your body would? Firefly Hill, Jamaica was the retreat of which? Traditionally, billiard tables are covered with. In the book 1066 and all that who are described as right. The novel title The Darling Buds of May. What breed of sheep is named after an? In 2011, actress Helen Flanagan. Ombre is a term used for what? Robert Wadlow, the tallest man in the. Which song did Doris Day sing in Free? Which university can claim to have educated them? Harlem in New York is named after a city in which. On a Monopoly board, the red properties are Strand. Which former Destiny's Child? In 1973, Carl Gustaf became king of which European? A body floating in water displaces its own weight as part of. Which fictional character is the son of a The use of inflatable pigs is most closely associated. In Moscow, what type of building is? What sort of gear allows wheels to rotate it? What type of hat does artist René Magritte wear in his work? In a church, the altar is usually positioned at what end? Springer Brittany and Fielder breeds of which dog? Sildavian is a language invented for which comic? What international football team did George? In which film does Laurence Olivier say? Which country beat Italy on penalties in the final of? Which Irish dramatist wrote the play Lady Win? What is the chemical symbol for zinc? What city in Morocco is called the Red or the Rose City? Les Demoiselles. Don't clap too hard, it's a very old building is a line from what play? Put a tiger in your tank was a UK advertising slogan for what petrol? Which Irishman wrote the line of poetry, yet each man kills the thing he loves? Kate Winslet's third husband, the nephew of Richard Branson, is called what? Claustrophobia is the fear of what? What's the only US state divided into parishes rather than counties? Dum Dum was the sidekick to which cartoon character? The symbol for infinity looks like what number on its side? On what continent is the Eyre Peninsula? Rodin's statue, the thinker, was originally meant to represent which Italian? In 2012, which golfer became the youngest since Seve Ballesteros? Where in Scotland was historian Thomas Carlyle born? Flash It was the third album by which winner of the X Factor. In the name of the government watchdog HSE, what does the H stand for? What word can mean both fruit pie and a sour taste? Who coined the term horsepower to describe the efficiency of his steam engines? Castillon is recognized as the final battle of which conflict? Goalkeeper Pat Jennings played for what international side? What term describes a book with its corners folded down? In 1812, when the US declared war for the first time, it was against who? Which player scored Juventus' only goal in the 2017 Champions League final? Athletes jump over how many hurdles in a 400-meter hurdles race? Derived from Yiddish, the word schmutter is a slang term for what? The president of what European country lives at the Élysée Palace? Brahmin is another name for what breed of cattle? In ancient mythology, what was the occupation of Polyphemus the Cyclops? In 2012, how many GB golds were won in the Olympics? What is the subject of the Book of Kells?